It may surprise you, some may know, but generally many people do not know that chilies were not found in India or any Asian country. Thailand is known for hot food. Not found in any Asian country till Columbus didn't land on the Caribbean islands. Because chili was only grown on this planet in Southern American continent, nowhere else. So chilies came to India or anywhere in Asia only after Columbus, trying to reach India, landed on the Caribbean islands. He didn't even reach the mainland. I hope you know that history, yeah? He was just at the Caribbean islands, and then later on, when the more voyages were done, did he reach the mainland, North America or Southern America. So chilies were indigenous to that place, and then after decades were they traded on the opposite direction into India, and they were embraced by the Asians wholeheartedly, I must say, because we have not looked back after they've been brought to us. We cook a lot with chilies. You cannot imagine a dish without chili. Yeah, and when I come to my cooking class and I've chopped these lots of chilies and I've picked up 2 heaped tablespoons of chili powder, you know, I look at their face. I love looking at the faces of the ladies. And they'll say, I say, you eat hot? Yeah, I eat hot. You, yes. What's your ratio of hot? I'm 5 on 5. You're going to add all this? I said, I will add all this and you'll still love the food and your mouth won't burn. So there is this whole idea, a way of, you know, preparing your food and guessing that with what quantity, how much chili you'll add. And then again in chilies, you have variety of chilies. There are hot and which are mild. Like the next slide, if you see, we have a vermilion red, yeah, and then you have a coarse bright red, and then you have the brownish. Now for you, you would leave the vermilion red and pick up the brownish, thinking this is less vibrant, less red, so this is probably mild. But that's the most hot chili powder. So the mild one is the one which is the brightest, because it's for the color, and that's the way the varieties are grown. And that's mostly the popular one in that range is the Kashmiri chili powder. You must have heard and seen the packs everywhere. So that's nice, mild and lovely flavor it has. Now, turmeric. You know, turmeric is another thing. Can't imagine my life without turmeric. Yeah, it's something which is, as it says, a sacred spice, marvelous medicinal attributes. Now, in the last 10 years, I'm listening to so many books, reading everywhere, and listening to so many shows. People saying, add turmeric to your cuisine, add turmeric to your cuisine. And we've been eating turmeric and it's again a rhizome, indigenous Indian subcontinent, you can say, plant. We've been having the turmeric in everything, you know. It's like salt and pepper for you, it's salt and turmeric for us. So it's turmeric, a scoop of turmeric goes into a spoonful everywhere. It fights cancer, that's so important to know. And over here in Dubai, turmeric is also available, fresh turmeric roots. When you go for your groceries, especially Lulu, I don't know whether Giant has it, but you have the garlic and ginger section. Over there you'll see these other roots with a very bright mango color. That's your fresh turmeric. You should buy that, grate it on your salads. It has a little bitter taste, but you won't mind it when you know that it's an antiviral, antibacterial, antiseptic, anti-inflammatory. I don't know, you can just go on and on and on. And with turmeric also, I remember, you know, there was no tincture in our house to heal wounds. You fell, you had a cut, you had a bruise, you had an inner bruise, you had, you know, a bleeding wound. You just came home, rushed to the kitchen, opened the kitchen cabinet, took a, you know, just put your hand into the cubic turmeric jar and just tapped it. That's it. That's all I have done growing up. I never had to use any medicine after turmeric. So, you know, it stops the flow of blood. So it's really amazing spice, and I would advise everyone introduce yourself to turmeric. Now, buying turmeric, because you can get a lot of adulterated spices. So I would say you buy turmeric. It should be produce of India. It's the best turmeric, and packed not in those you know, plastic pouches,
because that, you remember, is the logistics, which is the whole spices are probably shipped from India or some other Asian place and packed at Jabal Ali. So, with spices, it's very important that you have fresh spices. Otherwise, the potency is gone completely. So it's like adding sawdust to your food. If your spices are not stored well and not kept well and are aged spices or have been oxidized like Carrefour, it's very exciting to see that whole range of gunny bags there, with all the spices. But I would never advise you to take any spice from there, because it's open to millions of people walking up and down, breathing into that air, and there's, big glaring lights that are oxidizing the spices. So the potency level of the spices has fallen to half. So it's best to buy aluminum foiled packed spices, which are available in the spice aisle. That's my advice. Or you'll have to ask him to scoop a whole top layer out and then dig into it and get some fresh spices. You really want the aroma and the potency to be there. These are your, as I said, you have your coriander leaves, curry leaves. Again, curry leaves are called curry leaves, yeah. But it is another spelling for curry leaves that we have is K-A-D-I. It's curry. It comes from here, curry. And actually, the word which I was telling you, the dish which is called curry in Tamil Nadu, southern India, is curry, not curry, but it's been softened, the speech has been softened a little bit. Chives, fenugreek. I add this to all through my cuisine, whether I'm preparing chicken, meat, veg, anything, I'll add this. Curry leaves is a classical southern Indian hot oil seasoning ingredient. Curry leaf and mustard seed. A must in South Indian cuisine. So when you go to South India for travel, you'll see the difference. South Indian cuisine is a completely different flavor, completely different taste, and North Indian different. East is different, West is different. So the cuisine in India, when you can say 500 kilometers, changes. People change, cuisine changes, the dress changes, the language changes. So fenugreek, again I mentioned fenugreek earlier. If you have fenugreek, it's great for a lot of women problems that we have, whether it's with our menstrual cycle, whether it's menopause. It's a tonic. It's a beautiful tonic for all that. And also fenugreek helps in, it's a hair tonic for baldness also. So you can have fenugreek seeds, or you can get fenugreek essential oil. And what we used to do at home was just crush fenugreek seeds and take pure virgin coconut oil and infuse in it that for a couple of weeks or a month, and then start using it on our scalp. So that's another. Then you have thyme. This thyme over here, if you see, is not very fine leaves. Can you see? It's not very fine leaves. The European thyme is a very thorny kind of fine leaves. This is zatar. You have the zatar, you have the manikesh over here. So zatar over here, the thyme leaves you'll find of this variety in Union Co-op, at Lulu's, I don't know where else, in probably Maya Lal's, many supermarkets have them. Then you have the dill seeds, I showed you the dill leaves here, and mint. Mint again, very, very popular in the Asian cuisine because it's a coolant. And you heard the raita. Raita always carries mint, some flavor of mint. These are the products that I have. I do some